Hello everybody, it's Jamarcus and I'm here with week 6 of the RQA. Right now we're 3 and 2, so winning this game would give us a decent shot at making playoffs, but it's definitely not like if we lose we're out. So we're faced off against Kyle Crosby, who has a very threatening team. These two are very scary, especially Iron Hands kind of just takes a hit from anything and kills it. They have some good hazard removal as well, 2 rockers and a bunch of spikers. So hazards are going up on my side. That means I'm probably bringing drill. What looks good for my team? Darkrai. Clicking Dark move isn't the best. I kind of have to run Psychic because they have 3 fighting types. And also Klefki kind of beats most Darkrai sets. And if I try to cater Darkrai to beat Klefki, it just gets a lot weaker into everything else. Enam looks pretty good. Klefki's also a problem again, but Earth Power hits their Fairy resists. And then I think Keldeo is really nice for Greninja. The rest of the team was kind of just patching up holes. What's scary from them? Battle Bond Gren outspeeds and kills pretty much everything. Vacuum Wave Keldeo helps against that a lot though. Setup Garchomp is also scary. It's going to have coverage for Enamorous though, probably Iron Head or Poison Jab, maybe Stone Edge if they're feeling risky. A defensive Rotom could also help with Garchomp, but that didn't end up showing up this game. As for Terra Captains, I was looking at Carpink at first, and I think it was fine here, but it kind of just loses to Skeledirge. It can never do anything to Skeledirge. Power Gem's gonna do 20% or something. They just Torch Song up and get past my defenses. It's also not great into Quaquaval. I think Quaquaval would end up beating Carpink. Depends on the set. So let's look at the team I brought. I built this team kind of rushed. Not my best team, but here's what I brought. I have... Oops, that shouldn't be naive. I had Brick Break on this thing initially. I wanted to bring a Weakness Policy with Brick Break. Weakness Policy would activate on Play Rough. They can't Thunder Wave me because I'm a Dark type. So I thought that would be like an anti-Klefki set, but that should have been timid. There's Dark Pulse Psychic Ice Beam with Life Orb, and you might notice I'm pretty slow. I'm slower than Greninja. I just have enough speed for Grafaiai. I figured their Greninja will only be running enough speed for Keldeo anyways, which means Darkrai will be outspeeding it. And also in case they're running max speed, Darkrai's not doing much to a Greninja anyways. I feel very comfortable into Greninja with Vacuum Wave Keldeo. I have Dragalge on the team as well, and Brute Bonnet. So I was not scared of Greninja at all. That's why I did not run speed on Darkrai for Greninja. Life Orb, Dark Pulse into Psychic will do a lot of damage into any of their fighting types. And then Ice Beam just for Chomp. And I guess, no, it's just for Chomp. Then Enamorous, this is just kind of a standard Enam set. I have Boots because I think Rocks might go up with Chomp there. Moonblast Earth Power hits pretty much everything, but I have Mystical Fire in case they bring Magnet Rise Klefki. I guess Mystical Fire can lower like special attack on some things, but for the most part there's physical attackers on this team that I'm worried about. Next up is Excadrill, Citrus Berry. That's my filler item. If I don't know what item to put on something, I put on Citrus Berry. Rock, Spin, Earthquake, and then I have Brick Break to break screens in case Klefki's going to be screens. Keldeo, this is my Greninja answer. I still have enough speed for Garchomp. And then Surf Aurasphere. In hindsight, Aurasphere probably not the best because Chestnut's Bulletproof is immune to that. So if they Terra Water, then Chestnut pretty much walls my Keldeo. But the other option is Focus Blast because I don't want to use Secret Sword here because this thing's defense is huge. And like these two, I guess. So the other option was Focus Blast, which isn't great. So Aurasphere is not the worst here. Vacuum Waves for Gren, also nice for like a boosted Chomp or maybe Quaquaval. And then Protect last move. Then I have Dragalge up next. Yachi's really nice here. It helps with Ice Beam from Gren, helps with Ice Punch from Iron Hands, helps with an Ice move from Quaquaval as well, although Triple Axle kind of goes through that. But Yachi's really nice here. And then I have Sludge Bomb, another mistake. That should have been Sludge Wave because Bulletproof is immune to Sludge Bomb. I didn't recognize that until I was in the game. And this Chestnut was a problem because of that. If that was Sludge Wave, the game would have been much more comfortable, as you'll see. I have Dragon Tail just to phase some things out if Greninja wants to set up or it has Battle Bond, this thing's setting up, maybe I live a hit, or Iron Hands or something. And T-Spikes, I don't see a grounded poison besides this thing, which I don't think is showing up. So I'm bringing T-Spikes. Then flip turn, I am min speed, so that I get the slow flip turns on an Iron Hands or Sandy Cat or Palisand or something. Last Pokemon, Brute Bonnet. Spore, their only switch in is this thing, which albeit totally beats Brute Bonnet, but if it Terras, then I can Spore it. Terra Fighting, Body Press. Fighting's a decent defensive typing into their physical attackers. Garchomp, Iron Hands, Quaquaval being the big ones. And then yeah, Body Press just going to do a lot of damage, pretty much max defense. A little bit of speed just for Idref if it shows up, and maybe Iron Hands is speed creeping my Brute Bonnet, so I'll speed creep that. Synthesis to keep myself healthy, and then Crunch, just so I can do something into their ghost types. So that's what I brought. Let's see what they brought. Nothing too surprising. The Chestnut did show up. No Spinner, I'm noticing. So I want Rocks up, I want T-Spikes up. I think T-Spikes are going to be fantastic for Iron Hands and Garchomp, and maybe Chestnut, depends on the item. Gren might be Boots, might be Battle Bond. A lot of different options there. I'm most scared of Iron Hands and set up Garchomp. I need to be careful about Klefki as well. I'm looking at their team, I'm looking at Darkrai. I think Darkrai leads fine into everything. If they lead Klefki, I can switch around it. I'm fine with it. I can go into Excadrill, I can go into Brute Bonnet. I'm not too worried about that thing leading, if it does. That Darkrai leads pretty well into everything else. So, they lead Chestnut, I lead Darkrai. This is fantastic. I'm clicking Wisp. I want this thing burnt. Nothing really wants to switch into a Wisp. If they go Klefki, that's passive damage I'm getting on it. That's going to be really helpful for Keldeo later on. In hindsight, the Keldeo set, not great here. Protect leftovers. I guess I have T-Spike, so Protect might help. But maybe Flip Turn would have been better. I don't know. So, I'm clicking Wisp turn 1. I want something burnt. They go Klefki. Then I'm going to switch out because Darkrai can't touch this thing. I go Excadrill on the Thunder Wave. Now while I'm playing, I'm thinking, okay, they Thunder Waved into a Dark type. That's weird. I'm immune to Prankster moves, or some Prankster moves. So I'll use that later on. I'll switch into the Darkrai on a Thunder Wave. I'll be immune to it. So that's what I'm thinking. And then this Klefki obviously does not want to get Earthquaked. In case they're Magnet Rise, I'm not going to click Earthquake anyways. I click Rocks. Chestnut comes in. I'm looking at my team. I'm like, ooh, what do I do against this thing? I do have Enamorus, but I'm assuming they're going to be Terra Steel, Iron Head, just because how else are they going to hit Enamorus? Or they can just be Iron Head with no Terra Steel, I guess. I ignore that and go Dragalge. And it's at this turn that I realized this thing's Terra Water. Its ability makes it immune to a Sludge Bomb. They click Sub. Are they Belly Drum? Do I lose? Probably not, but they're left over. So they're like, okay, they're probably Sub Leech Seed, which is still a huge threat here. What do I do? Flip Turn's not going to break the Sub. At least I can Flip Turn on the Leech Seed. That's what I do this turn. But I'm in a really bad spot. I go Enamorus. I definitely should have just gone Enamorus on this turn. I thought Terra Steel Iron Head would do a lot of damage. If they're attack invested, it can totally kill me. But this Chestnut's a problem. Maybe I should have just made that play. I wanted T-Spikes up early, so I thought maybe I'll get Dragalge and Chestnut can't do anything to me. In hindsight, I'm in a pretty bad spot now, though. I bring out Enamorus. I just need to start attacking this thing. This is going to take one Pokemon. I get the cute charm, which is nice. And then they switch out on another Moonblast. Because they think I might be Specs at this point. Another Moonblast could do 80% to them. I'm not Specs, so I'd only be doing about 50%. But they switch out anyways. They go into Skeletor. It takes Rocks, which is huge. I'm thinking, okay, I can just Earth Power and kill this thing. They're Shuka. And even then, Earth Power would not have killed. Getting damage on this is nice, though. And then they take out my Enamorus. So Enamorus is dead pretty quick. It didn't get a kill this game. It definitely was supposed to get 2 or 3 kills this game, so it getting none is a little worrying. But I think I'm in a decent spot. I have Rocks up. The Skeletor's just pretty much dead. Klefki's burnt. I know what their Terra type is and what Chestnut's going to do this game. I'm just worried about the bottom three now. I bring out Excadrill. They don't have an Earthquake resist. If I Earthquake into Chestnut, that's fine. I need to start doing damage to that thing anyways. So I'm just going to click Earthquake and kill the Skeledirge. Great. That's really good for Brute Bonnet. Out comes Chestnut. I'm looking at my team. Nothing can switch in on this thing. I just need to start getting damage on it so that it dies to Darkrai. The Body Press, I live. I didn't calc for myself to live that, or EV, although I do have pretty much max defense, so that was a last minute change. That was good. I had max attack at first, but I changed it. So that defense helped me there, which lets me get another Earthquake on this, which is fine. Dark Pulse had a decent shot at killing from 59% anyways. Depends on their set. So I don't see a good Dark Pulse resist. If Klefki takes chip, that's great. If Iron Hands comes out, I have Psychic next turn. I see Attack Boost, which is fantastic, which tells me it's not a Resist Barrier, it's not Assault Vest. So I look at the calc, okay, Psychic kills. I'm going to click Psychic. And that's what happens. Down goes Iron Hands, that's fantastic. That was probably the Pokemon I'm most scared of this game. So it being dead without doing anything really is great for me. Darkrai's still in, which is great. They go Klefki. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, Klefki can't really do anything to my Dragalge. If they get up screens, I can pivot around, I can Dragon Tail things if they start to set up. That's fine. I want a T-Spike up. So that's why I go Dragalge here. They Thunder Wave. They Thunder Wave again into my Darkrai, which I'm thinking, okay, they probably don't know what the Prankster interaction is like. So they Thunder Wave on my Dragalge. They go Garchomp. Do I get fully paired? I don't. I get a T-Spike up. That's fantastic. That means that this Chestnut is not a huge problem anymore. It can't really sub-Leech Seed efficiently. It's going to take rocks, take poison damage. This thing's as good as dead, pretty much. They Earthquake. I live on 1%. That might have even been 1 HP. I don't know. I was near max defense. They were fairly attack invested. It was a roll, of course, for me to die there. If I did die and didn't get the Dragon Tail here, I think I was fine. I can just go Darkrai next turn, click Ice Beam, or even Dark Pulse. I didn't know if this thing was Scarf at this point, though, so maybe I would have gone Brute Bonnet instead. Because Brute Bonnet is really only helping against Garchomp and kind of Greninja at this point. And I have a full health Keldeo for Gren, so Brute Bonnet could have come in here if that killed. So I Dragon Tail, Greninja comes out, I see that they're Boots, so I'm thinking they're probably Protean. I don't think they'd be Boots Battle Bond, at least that's something I've never brought using Greninja. I usually find Battle Bond needs a boosting item. So I bring out Keldeo. They're not going to kill me with any hit, so I just click Aura Sphere. If they go into Chestnut to be immune to the Aura Sphere, that's fine. They take rocks, they take T-Spike, which disappears sometimes, but it's there. And then I can just kill them with Vacuum Wave. I can protect so they take extra poison damage. Jeez. So I'm not worried about anything switching in on the Aura Sphere. Chomp comes out, and I just Vacuum Wave to kill it. And at this point, I don't really know what they are supposed to do. They take T-Spikes. I protect. Body Press comes out. That wouldn't have killed me anyways. They take a little more chip. I protected just because I wanted that chip damage on them. Vacuum Wave was a roll, depending on their EVs, but if they're at 15%, I should be good. Vacuum Wave picks them off. Out comes Klefki. This is my turn. I go Darkrai, so I'm immune to the Thunder Wave, and it works on me. So that tells me, okay, they're Magician, so they're not making bad plays with Prankster on Dark types. They have Magician, so that they can Thunder Wave Darkrai specifically. So good prep. They probably thought, oh, I could get back in the game here. My Greninja's faster than everything now. Maybe its coverage can work. I get paired. I can't do anything to this. So I try to click Dark Pulse because I wanted this Darkrai to be dead. I was hoping their Klefki would just try to kill me. Maybe it would have been a better play to go Keldeo there. I just didn't want to get double Thunder Wave. So they go Gren. I don't want to give this thing Battle Bond because I know it's Battle... Or I actually don't know it's Battle Bond yet. But it is. And then I Aura Sphere to kill this thing. Had they been Protean there, nothing would have killed me. Although in hindsight, Protean, they get the Psychic typing. If they're extrasensory, they 2-hit KO me. And then I guess Brute Bonnet's always winning the game here anyways, so I think I'm fine, even if Keldeo would have gone down here. Maybe I should have just stayed with Darkrai and given it Battle Bond, or let it be Protean, whatever, although them clicking Extra Sensory on the Darkrai would be kind of crazy. So Gren goes down. I think no matter what move they click there, this late game, I think Brute Bonnet was always winning. They play rough, it fails to kill me. And I know they're not Prankster, so I just click Surf again. They can't do anything. And that is the game. So Keldeo somehow gets 4 kills this game. It killed Klefki, Chestnut, Greninja, and Garchomp. And then Darkrai took the Iron Hands down, and Excadrill took down Skeledirge. This Keldeo was not supposed to get 4 kills this game, but it did. T-Spikes were really helpful. Pretty happy with the team I brought. That puts us at 4-2. We've got pretty good differential, so I think we've got a pretty good shot at making playoffs. Another win would pretty much guarantee it for us, I believe. Although even now, I think we're almost guaranteed. So that's nice. This is the league I wanted to do good in, and I'm doing pretty good in it. So I'm happy with that. BHA, I've got a game tomorrow, so I'll be posting that later tomorrow. And we kind of got to start winning some games in that league if we want to start thinking about playoffs. As for finals for PUDL, I played that on Friday. Very excited for that game. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So, got a couple of videos coming by this weekend. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.